Today we'll be covering WEVO Pro. So the human insights aspect of WEVO. We will not be covering the AI aspects with WEVO Pulse, where you can get insights in 5 minutes. So this will be WEVO Pro. People are typically using WEVO Pro to get insights on new design concepts, live websites to understand where friction's happening, or even doing comparative studies on competitive websites or putting two designs against each other. So this is all WEVO Pro 4.0, what we're covering today. This is the new intake form. So we won't just be covering a new intake form, which is a redesigned intake form meant to make the entire process more intuitive and simple to launch your studies and get the insights that you're looking for. But also, we've added in many new features and functionality to be able to take WEVO to the next level, which we'll be going over today. On the left, you'll see all your options as you're launching a test, right? You need to hone in on your audience. You need to build the actual test. You need to get into the details of what you want to uncover and the insights that you want to get, and then be able to review your results. What you're seeing in the middle is where you'll be able to actually make those picks and options as you're going through this intake form. And then on the right is a brand new side window here where you can look at a summary. So a new update is as you're building out this test, if you add things in, if you take things away, you'll be able to see live how many credits this will be taking and an estimated price for these credits that you'll be using for this test. So if you wanted to do double the participants, for example, that might be a 2-credit test. If you wanted to do a smaller test, you'll see that all live here. We've also added in a new option where you can see a live preview of what participants would be viewing as you build out this test. So this is brand new as well. You no longer have to wait and kind of hope that you're launching the test correctly. You can see everything live as you're building. So starting at the top, we're in the audience tab here. And the first thing you'll see is being able to choose between a saved audience and a new audience. We've streamlined the audience process. So you can now do a new audience if you want, or you could pick from your saved audiences here. For example, if there's one that you use all the time, or there's one that's already been run on a feasibility check with our panel providers that you do not have to run again, and we know we can reach that audience, great. Use that audience again, click it, and then move on with the test, and your audience is all set. If it is new, you can choose between consumer or business. We'll now be telling you if things are going to help move the test faster along or get you more statistical significance. So we can see if we're running this with the general population, it will move the test along faster. But to customize your audience, you can see we have the normal kind of criteria that you can break down by. So gender, age, income, education. And as you're building these out, you can select the gender that you want. You can then break down the quotas that you want and the percentage distribution as we're fielding the test for each of these criteria. If you do want to add more, we allow you to add the additional screeners right on this same page. So you can see here, you can add these screener questions. For example, how many times have you gone to the movies this year? And we can see we can easily build it out and reject people that have never gone to the movies this year or accept people that have gone many times. And again, as you're building this out, you'll see all this in this preview section on the right side of the screen. And then you can add more questions. You could also add other screening criteria. Like if you said the geo is in the UK only, but then as you do that, you'll see that right away, you could add anything you want here, right? So it could be geo, it could be anything else. And as you build this out, you'll see that we'll tell you that this may make the test take longer to be able to field that many people, and you may incur additional costs. So all this is going to populate live as you're building out this criteria. You can then save the audience for future use. A big update has been made to the building phase here. So as you're building out the test, again, you'll see it all on the right side, but you see a bunch of new test options that we've added into the flow. Customers have continuously asked us for many different types of tests and not just the standardized ones in WEVO. So we did that. You can now make tests up to 50 people. You could even do quick iterative tests with 10 people if you don't have the budget or time to launch a full user study. Our standard is still 120, but people have been saying, hey, I want more statistical significance with my test. Hey, great. Let's do a 200-person test. That's now available within WEVO. As you're playing with these different options and choosing what's best for the insights that you need for your test here, you'll also see it'll live update how many credits you'll be using on a test. So you can see if we drop it down to 10, it's only 0.25 credits. If we go up to 200, 2 credits. To bring it back to the middle here, you'll see all your options are here as well. Another new feature in WEVO is you can now customize what's included in your report. So you might say, I don't need expectations. I don't need key findings. Great. Now you can come in here and customize how many custom questions you want. And a new feature as well within WEVO is you could even take out sentiment maps and diagnostics and run your own custom 25 question survey within WEVO. And the reason you want to do that with WEVO is, one, we have all that built out for you, obviously in this platform to make it easy to launch, but we also still have access to those very large panels that we already have partnered with. So you can go out and get very niche audiences or get a very high end count and be able to do these full custom surveys now, which was not available previously. To be able to do a comparison study, you can do that right here to be able to compare against, like I said, competitors, or even putting two designs up against each other within your own organization. That's all available. You'll then choose your asset, and this has changed a little bit to make it even easier. You don't have to choose all those different test names and test types. You now can do everything from one spot, whether it's your 100th time launching a study or it's your first time. It should be very intuitive on how to launch. You could see here desktop or mobile. You can name the study and the asset. You can then say, this is a URL or this is an image, very self-explanatory what you're dropping in. For this, I put apple.com. I'll let the team know if it's a prototype, if we need to worry about clicking around on like a Figma, for example, and then we can move on to the next piece. Again, you'll see everything here on the right side as someone's going through, and you're going to see what the sentiment map would look like, what the questions would look like for the participants of this test. Finally, you'll go through your details. So you put the goal of the study. We even put some popular goals here that we typically see, but this is to let our team know what you're looking to get out of the study so we can help you get that as best as possible. You could put a primer context. So for example, imagine you're looking for a pair of shoes, you find this ad and then you click through and you land on this website, getting people in the mindset that you want them in to be able to take this test. You can show an image or not show an image, and you can give them a task like explore the homepage and find a pair of shoes that best fits you and add it to your cart. See if they're able to complete that task. The expectation section should look familiar. All you have to do is fill in this blank when shopping for shoes, for example. What are your greatest hopes? What are your greatest concerns? And again, let me move back here. You can see expectations weren't on. Now they are. If we go back to expectations, immediately you see the preview of what this would look like for participants going through this study. We have the qualitative expectations too. So that famous mix of quant and qual that you get with WEVO, if you want those quotes in there too, great, add them in. Finally, we've revamped all custom questions. Like we said, you can add in more than ever before and really customize what you're looking to get out of a WEVO Pro study. And so that's available here. You can come in here, you can do a custom click map. Like we talked about, here's what it would look like on the side. You could ask any question you want and see what that would look like. And you could really change this up. So if we wanted a custom click map, then we wanted to come down and do a custom qualitative questions. What shoes do you wear now? Then we wanted to ask another question, and this could be a Likert scale question or yes or no or a multiple selection. We could do all that right from the custom questions. Finally, review your study. Make sure the preview looks how you want it to look. Check the summary, check how many credits it's going to be. Everything will be in one spot. You can then add tags. You could add people from your team, and you should be good to go to launch your study. We wanted to thank all of our customers and anyone who's given feedback that led to this new version of WEVO. It led to not only a new simplified redesign of the intake form, making it easy for anyone to go in and launch a test. It also led to these new features and functionality that can get people the insights that they've always been looking to get. So thank you. If you have any questions, reach out to your CSM or reach out to support@wevo.ai, and we're here to answer your questions and hear your feedback. Thank you.